Tackling the event of a fire. Introduction to the module. Initiation of fire on board perhaps might be the worst possible emergency situation that could occur in a flying aircraft. In this module, a cabin crew can go through how to identify the reason of fire and what kinds of equipment and procedures should be used and followed respectively. Topics to be covered in this module are: types of fire, extinction of fire, locating the fire, fire and fire-fighting equipment, firefighting by cabin crew, duties of other cabin crew not fighting the fire, presence of smoke and fire in the toilets. Types of fire. An event of a fire in an aircraft can be one of the most dangerous accidents that passengers and the entire aircraft crew can ever imagine coming across. The nature of the fire in an aircraft cabin can be segregated into 3 categories, such as general fire, oil fuel fire, and electrical fire. These are elaborated individually below. General fire. Passenger falling asleep while smoking might start burning of the blanket, and a simple fire might occur. Glowing cigarette kept at the corner of the toilet basin might fall on the toilet paper roll below with a bounce of the aircraft and generate a fire. Both these incidents are examples of a general fire. Oil fuel fire. Cabin crew, smoking inside the galley keeping the oily oven open, might initiate a fire inside the oven. Smoking inside or near an aircraft eluding the cabin crew and ground staff, while the aircraft is being refueled, might again give rise to such happening. The fire originated from such, or in other words, from oil or fuel, could be categorized as oil fuel fire. Electrical fire. Short circuit, as in every other place, might happen inside the aircraft also, and could ignite a fire. Cabin crew, taxing any electrical equipment beyond the limit, could also give rise to this situation. The fire ensuing from such basis could be categorized as electrical fire. Extinction of fire. Origination and continuation of every fire essentially requires the presence of all the 3 following items, such as material, heat, oxygen. If any one of the 3 items is removed from an already burning fire, it will be positively extinguished. If the previously mentioned examples of fire hazard are reviewed, it could be concluded that if the material, say the blanket, would not have been there near the cigarette, the fire could not have initiated. This proves that a material or an inflammable item is essential for the generation of fire. If the material could subsequently be removed, the cause of occurrence or the process of burning of the fire could be accepted to have been removed. Again, if water is poured on the burning blanket, the fire would get killed due to lack of a needed heat or temperature for the fire to persist. If the burning blanket is just stamped with shoes, the small fire would get extinguished because the requisite oxygen supply for the fire had then been barred or disallowed. Locating the fire. For firefighting, it is essential and the matter of utmost importance to pinpoint the fountainhead or the base of the fire first and fast. A huge supply of firefighting equipment cannot practically be provided in an aircraft because of factors like the upsurge in weight, loss of profit-related space, etc. As such, it is desirable that the minimum portion from the provided limited but adequate supply should be utilized to extinguish the fire, because it can never be predicted with certainty that other unwanted but possible recurrence of the initiation of fire would not take place during the remaining part of the flight period. For this reason, Locating the exact origin of the fire is of utmost importance, so that the content of the fire extinguisher could only be discharged at that point, the base of the fire, and not sprayed all over the non-essential part of the fire structure. To prevent the misuse of the content, it should be discharged in short bursts, keeping a vigil on the intensity of the lambent and avoiding the spraying of the same area repeatedly. Spraying the already sprayed portion unnecessarily would result in unwanted wastage of the extinguishing chemical. However, for saving the content of the fire extinguisher, or for that matter for any other reason whatsoever, the fire must never be left sulking. It has to be extinguished totally. Do remember that the fire has got to be doused and not drowsed.